should do. I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think. You should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way. 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 I got too many plays. I won't even play. Out of my way. Get out of my way. Out of my way. Out of my way. All my friends coming with all their friends, and we get active, yeah. We get active, yeah. All of my tattoos black. Stop talking. One way, my way, my way, my way, my way, my way. Don't make me rap, you get your talking out my face. It's in my mind, really, it's in my DNA. I gotta get it, I don't know no other way. Get out my way. Flatline for the night time. I'm on a first name basis with the afterlife, and there's no ceiling when you're the demon. I dug myself out of the dirt for a reason, and I'm never running, so try it again. Starting me over right back at the end.
When's the last time you were afraid? I haven't been afraid a day in my life.
The dead don't die, the heart still beats, head held high. I haunt these streets, lies kill me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. Knock me down 6 feet deep, one more round, no reprieve. Lies kill me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. In the mirror, no reflection. Another day, just another resurrection. Where's the glory? Just another story. And I'm never running, so try it again. Starting me over right where it began.
We've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. But today we start the new season with an AFC West division battle right out of the gate, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right to the air goes Nix. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
Go
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Here's Nix. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try to spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. Back deep for the Raiders is Trey Tucker. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Looking to throw, Prescott. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a good call there that brings up 4th.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Once more with Harvey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Nix. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Working out of the gun is Nix. Airing one deep for Riddick. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. Instead, it's 4th down. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fielded just inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Prescott from the gun. That's to Bash over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
46. Hey, 47. Hey, kill. 47. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide in. Here we go. Go to 54. Wide in. 26.
Prescott. That is caught downfield. It's Besh. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Here's Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Yeah!
2 They just get the play off. Now Prescott. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And that will come the offense as they take over. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Again, it's Harvey. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Nick's going to tap this forward. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. They'll go play action with Nix. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Nix to the air. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run straight ahead with Genty. And it's a fumble. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Dak, he's going to mix it up. On first down, it's Genty. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll go again with Genty. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That second down play nets a -4. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Now Prescott. He'll drop this underneath for Genty. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a handoff to Genty. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So they'll fake the jet sweep, and now off play action, it's Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Nick's going to give to Harvey. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Nix from the shotgun. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 56 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
At the 36-yard line.
Ready. Ready. Ready.
On first down, back to Harvey. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
To throw, here's Nix. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
Here's Prescott. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Lots of incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Prescott to throw it. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he can make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing Nix. He'll swing this out to Harvey. Past the 20. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. One of the first big plays we've seen in this football game, and could that be the play that gets this game jump-started? It's taken a while as both teams have tried to settle in. Maybe now the pace will accelerate. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Operating from the gun, Nix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard. Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover. In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away. Second and 10. Operating from the gun, Nix. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Lutz is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Final play of the half, Prescott. Working downfield, he's got Thornton. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And now a little across the 25 to the 27. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they're on the losing end of things here. What do they need to do if they're going to turn things around, CD?
Partner, it's awfully close to being a must drive here, I think, for them, because I think a touchdown here in this opening drive is something they absolutely have to have. They only managed 3 points in the first half. They know that's not going to get it done. So without adding pressure to them, they already know the stakes. They need a touchdown here to get things started.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. Now Prescott. That is caught. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On the give, Genty. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw is Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Thornton. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Yeah, 47.
Prescott now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
The offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Throwing. Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Genty. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54.
Once again, it's Genty. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Go to 52.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Slant route, and he finds Thornton. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the give, Genty. Doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Raiders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. That's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. He'll air this one out from Mims. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Denver. 51 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ballgame. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Here's Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He looks to the sideline and has Mims who makes a catch. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run straight ahead with Harvey. They stop after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now it's Nix. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
The Broncos on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Nix. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going. It's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
2nd and 6.
Now a 2nd and 6.
There you go.
A run out of the gun with Genty. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Yeah, he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
A 41-yard punt there with no return, and they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Go. Hold on, switch. Get wide. Ready?
On play action, here's Nix. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, it took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Hold on, set. Ready?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's to the running back, R.J. Harvey. Room here to run. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Harvey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Working out of the gun is Nix. And he rifles one incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Cortland Sutton, 40 yards. And the Broncos have taken a 4th quarter lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. The drive will begin with a run by Genty. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton, 64 yards. And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll come up now on second down.
Bombers, bombers, bombers.
Oh, the motion comes too late. And this is going to be a delay. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
They'll come up now. This is second and long.
Hold on, set. Ready. Ready, we're not.
Nick's going to tap this forward. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to third down.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week one. Here's third down now. Nick's to the air. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now.
Ready. Ready.
On the give, it's Harvey. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
This is 1st and 10.
Oh, my son.
On the handoff, Harvey. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Once more with Harvey. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Lutt's good on the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it.
14.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Yeah, here we go. All right, then we're going to 52.
To throw, Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here comes 2nd down. Here's Dak. Now he'll tuck this and run. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he's got a 1st down here as he stops the clock, but just 16 ticks remaining. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
All 3 timeouts remain. How much that'll matter remains to be seen. It's 1st and 10.
47. Then we're going to 53.
Here's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
We go 47.
Prescott. That is caught downfield. It's Besh. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Now Prescott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Broncos, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Just come outside.